Hello everyone, I'm Jim Hughes, Oxford News This Week. Terry Stiles out on this one. Filling in the gap for a special education. Also making headlines, downtown trolley back on track. We're happy about that. And we are gearing up for football season. Fall football around the corner. Sit back, stay tuned. You're watching this edition of Oxford News This Week. Welcome back to Oxford News This Week. Oxford voters actually going to see new ballot school millage on the November ballot. The Oxford Community School Board of Education voted in a 5-1 to approve the sinking fund millage ballot resolution at the rate of 1 mil. Trustee Sarah Beth Camperjoni was the lone vote against this, and Trustee Ann Atchison was actually absent. The decision comes after months of discussion about possible infrastructure funding. If approved, the millage would generate an additional $1.6 million annually for maintenance and infrastructure for 10 years. The district approved a $0.75 mil sinking fund in 2017, and which ended in 2022. The district currently lacks a specific project list due to an ongoing assessment. Assistant Superintendent and Business and Operations Manager John Fitzgerald says the district spent over $1 million from the general fund to maintain facilities, including the 25-year-old Oxford High School. The Oxford School District plans to introduce a center based for autism programming to replace the Pine Tree Center in Lake Orion the Lake Orion Community Schools had running. This modular school building will be offered specialized instruction for students with disabilities in typical educational settings. Oxford currently has 2 displaced students and must provide them with education. The first phase will place them in a classroom in Clear Lake Elementary School with special programming. The second phase will open in the fall of 2026. Will feature an all-purpose built program on the Oxford Education and Innovation Campus, which will be located on Drainer Road. Construction on that facility will begin in the summer of 2026. The downtown Oxford trolley back, bringing its clang, charm, and smiles to everyone, and also to the streets of Oxford and Lake Orion. After several weeks of inaction, the trolley made up parts from various companies and models. It's now again back to operational status. Whether you're shopping, dining, exploring, or simply just riding it for fun, you can join the trolley and create memories. It runs Fridays from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. To find the trolley's location schedule, all you have to do is visit the Oxford DDA website, navigate to the Downtown Oxford Trolley page. Good to have that back on the road again. A pack of runners and bikers recently completed a 42-mile trek through Oxford to raise funds and awareness of the 42 Strong. The Tate Muir Foundation, a nonprofit mentorship program, Oxford runners Leanne Noss and Jacqueline Elridge led the team, with all proceeds going to 42 Strong Mentor-Mentee Activity Fund. The race began at 3 a.m. and the participants raced various loops around Oxford. At least 50 people participated. Organizers hope the event fostered community mentorship. Noss, a team leader with 42 Strong, emphasizes the organization's significant contributions to rebuilding and uniting the community. For more information on how to donate, you can help 42strong-tate.org. A 16-year-old from Clarkston was arrested for shooting another teen during a party in Oxford Township. It is expected to face charges in the Oakland County Children's Village. Is lodged in the Oakland County Children's Village. The suspect, a 17-year-old from the Oxford Township area, shot the victim in the wrist during a party at Oakwood Lake Township Park. The victim said he got into an argument with the suspect, who repeatedly pointed a laser at his eyes. The suspect then shot him and fled. The victim was hospitalized, treated, and then released. The suspect was arrested for the following day. Sheriff Mike Bouchard called the incident unacceptable and said detectives will investigate in how and where the suspect obtained the firearm. Anyone with information to this crime, contact the sheriff's office. Easy number here, 248-858-4950. A sad story here. A Brandon Township mother died after a fire destroyed her mobile home. Brandon Township Fire Department deputies responded to the Clarkston Lakes mobile home community earlier last month, and a single-wide mobile home caught fire. The mother of a 13-year-old son and two friends actually escaped without injury. Neighbors couldn't help the mother escape from the home. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office Fire Investigations Unit determining the cause of the original blaze. Sheriff Michael Burchard emphasized the importance of working smoke and carbon monoxide detectors in any home for safety. Railroad crossing repairs have closed an Oakland County Road intersection for about 2 weeks. The intersection of Brown Road and Joslin Road and Auburn Hills on Orion Township border closed on August 11th and will stay closed through the 24th of this month. The Road Commission of Oakland County issued the permit to the Canadian National Railway to fix the railroad crossing. During the closure, drivers can take Walden Road to Baldwin to Walton Boulevard to detour to Joslin, and then the detour for Brown Road takes drivers from Giddings Road to Walton Road and then back over to Baldwin. Again, you can check out the Oakland County Road Commission website. It'll explain the detour even a little bit better. In our separate segment, and one we do enjoy to bring to you every week, and it's called Fit for Painting. The Oxford High School Boosters Club is hosting the mural contest in front of the concession stand at the high school. It has a large white cinder block wall and needs some love. The club hopes to find the perfect mural to represent OHS athletics. Murals should incorporate Oxford High School athletes, the fight song, maybe even the mascot. The wall approximately 30 by 7. Artists who are interested should email their image, name, grade, or even age to the Oxford High School Wildcat Concessions at gmail.com. Sounds like it's going to be a pretty good story there. Coming up, I'll take a look at the last story. We call this one a Fawn Freed. We know he's coming in. Dave Kenny's got Auto Talk and Science in the News. You're watching Oxford News This Week.
Mom, I got it. What are you doing in there?
I got stuck.
Are you a dog?
I wouldn't do that. Have you seen the pliers? Where'd you find those?
It's not your birthday.
Sorry.
Bye, Grandpa.
Bye, Grandpa.
Take care of yourself.
What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the US population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from Automotive News. In our first story, JLR is recalling 121,500 Range Rover and Range Rover Sports in the U.S. because of potential cracks in the vehicle's front suspension upper knuckle joints, NHTSA said. The recall impacts certain vehicles from the 2014 to 2017 model years, and all recalled vehicles are expected to have the defect. In impacted vehicles, a crack may develop in the front suspension knuckle, potentially leading to detachment of the upper suspension arm, resulting in a loss of driver control and increasing a crash risk, NHTSA said on August 8th. The recall comes after NHTSA opened an investigation into the vehicles in June after receiving 12 reports from vehicle owners that one or both of the aluminum front steering knuckles fractured where they connect to the upper control arm ball joint. So far, JLR has received 96 claims and field reports relating to Range Rovers and 14 claims and field reports regarding Range Rover Sports, NHTSA said. There have been no accidents or injuries as a result of the defect, according to NHTSA. Dealers will be notified on August 19th, and the notification date for owners has not yet been released, says NHTSA. Owners of affected vehicles can visit an approved JLR repairer and have the front suspension knuckle replaced if a crack is found or a retaining bracket to prevent cracks. In our next recall, Ford Motor Company is recalling over 103,000 F-150s in the U.S. because of faulty rear axle hub bolts that may break and cause corrosion, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said on August 8th. About 1% of the recalled vehicles from the 2023 to 25 model years are expected to have the defect. An additional 22,663 vehicles are being recalled in Canada, Ford said. In impacted vehicles, the brake can lead to corrosion between the hub splines and axle shaft splines, NHTSA said. Over time, this corrosion can lead to vehicle rollaway when the parking brake is not in use and a loss of motive power, both of which can increase the risk of a crash. Ford began investigating the defect on June 5th after an increase in reports about broken rear axle hub bolts and stripped wheel end hub splines on certain 2023 F-150s. A spokesman for Ford said in an email that the trucks were built between January 2nd of 2023 and May 21st of 2025. The automaker said it's unaware of any injuries or accidents related to the defect. Dealers will be notified of the recall between August 11th and August 15th. Owners will be notified in phases from August 18th to May 22nd. Owners of impacted vehicles can visit a Ford dealership to have their vehicle's left and right axle shaft assemblies replaced, NHTSA said. With its 96th U.S. recall this year, according to NHTSA data, Ford has broken its own record for the most recalls for an automaker in a full year. The company said in July that it's taking a more proactive approach to recalls. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
You know the national parks, but you may not know that they're supported by a strong foundation. A foundation for the future. We are the National Park Foundation. And together with your support, we are building a bold future where national parks are vibrant, protected, and welcoming. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Back with you on Oxford News this week, and yes, we are more than ready for this. The fall sports season is getting here really quickly, getting ready for some football. The Wildcat Nation Oxford varsity squad began practicing for the 2025 season earlier this month. Wishing the Gridiron Warriors the best of luck. Win or lose, they always make the school and their community proud. An extra special good luck to the new head coach, Trevor Potts, who will definitely have some big shoes to fill. Go Wildcats. 3 Oxford hockey players won silver medals in this year's State Wars hockey tournament in Taylor. According to the State Wars Instagram page, State Wars is the largest inline hockey event in the world. Christian Crank, Jenna Prashaw, and Easton Van Onen made up the 2015 Michigan team. I think that has to be 2025 Michigan team. The players lost their first game to Hawaii before winning 5 straight to earn the second seed in the tournament. The team then dominated Ohio in the first round of the playoffs at a 9-1 victory, and then onward to 6-3 win against Alberta, Canada. Oxford had a spot in the championship game against the #1 seed, the team from California. The loss still secured the silver medal, which head coach Michael Crank said he was very proud to accept. That's going to wrap it up in sports. Coming up at the end of this newscast, I will entertain you with the last story. We're simply just going to title it A Fawn Freed. Dave Kenny's got one more segment. We'll be right back. You're watching Oxford News This Week.
Who can you turn to for news you can trust? Your local TV and radio broadcasters. You trust us to keep you safe during times of crisis and to deliver the weather, sports, and entertainment you rely on every day. We bring you the facts you need to make decisions that matter. And as misinformation floods social media, you can trust your local stations to deliver the truth. Text TV to 52886 and tell Congress you rely on your local stations for trusted news.
You know the national parks, but you may not know that they're supported by a strong foundation. A foundation for the future. We are the National Park Foundation. And together with your support, we are building a bold future where national parks are vibrant, protected, and welcoming. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. An array of fungi, some of which have been linked to lung complications, have been collected from e-cigarette mouthpieces. The use of vapes is generally recommended as a way to transition away from smoking, but their long-term health impacts are poorly understood. In vapes, a battery-powered coil heats a liquid that typically contains nicotine, producing a vapor that is inhaled by users. Health concerns have largely centered on the toxicity of the liquid's chemical constituents, so no one has tried to understand which microbes may make their way from the devices into users' airways. To learn more, Borna Maharad and his colleagues at the University of Florida recruited 25 people who use disposable vapes every day. The researchers cultured the microbes from their mouthpieces of their devices, comparing them to those of the volunteers' mouths. Only a small number of the vapes collected contained bacteria, but according to the researchers, more than half were abundantly colonized with fungi species that were distinct from those in the volunteers' mouths, and 80% of them are capable of causing ill health in people. The most common of this species was Cystobacterium minutum, which has been linked to blood infections among people with suppressed immune systems. To understand how it could affect the lungs, the team had mice inhale C. minutum, mimicking the entry method of vaping. We found that the fungus that was most prevalent in the vape samples caused features of chronic bronchitis in mice, says Maharad. This is defined as inflammation of the airways, which can cause flu-like symptoms. As to where these fungi came from, some are present in the air and on our hands, but team member Jason Smith says they may have already been in the vape liquids when purchased though the researchers didn't test them for this. The residues left behind inside the vape device may provide a food source for molds to grow, he says. Ian Musgrave at the University of Adelaide in Australia says fungi have been found in shisha, also known as hookahs or water pipes, and there is evidence that this method of smoking has contributed to microbial-induced lung disease. What is interesting is that the microbia found in this, that is to say microbiota, found in this study were dominated by potentially pathogenic fungi, which are rare in the mouth microbiome, he says. Team member Katie Dietz says she wasn't surprised by the findings, given that most of the participants, around a third of whom reported having respiratory symptoms such as coughing, didn't clean their vapes. Musgrave recommends vapes be cleaned regularly, but stresses there isn't enough evidence to conclude that these fungal species exist in high enough numbers on vape mouthpieces to cause ill effect. But clean them anyhow. Well, that's it for this edition of Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.
In today's digital world, it's hard to know who to trust. Your local TV and radio stations bring you the facts. Misinformation and deep fakes flood social media, but broadcasters deliver verified and accurate news. For news, emergency updates, sports, and entertainment, turn to your local stations. Text TV to 52886 and urge Congress to support the vital local journalism broadcasters provide.
All right, pal.
Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Can I play with it?
No, absolutely not. It's not a toy. You know that. Anyway, I need it to protect you, your sister, and Mom.
But what about the 8 kids who get shot every day by mistake?
Where'd you hear that?
Where do you keep it?
It's hidden.
I bet it's on the top shelf of the closet, under your sweatshirts. Is it loaded? Remember when I found my Christmas gift? You always told me to be curious.
No. No, that's not what I meant.
And when it's just me and Mom, I could use the gun to protect her.
No, Justin, I promise. I'm always here for you.
But Dad, you're not always here.
Sunshine through today with seasonal temperatures. We should reach our normal high of about 82 degrees by this afternoon. Clear skies tonight with a low of 70.
Back with you on Oxford News this week to close it all out. Once again, Terry Stiles not here with me today. She normally does our last story, but hey, I'll take the pleasure in doing that myself. In our last story today, a fawn freed for the team that deals with more bad news than good. It was a pretty good day for the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. The team was dispatched to a home after a caller reported hearing cries of a fawn in distress. The fawn was trapped in a metal grate in Manitou's Lake behind the home and was believed to be the animal that had been there for several hours, having difficulty keeping its head above water. The team, plus members of the Oakland County Animal Control, were able to quickly free the fawn. The fawn was found to be free from injury and released back into nature for safety. Always good to end that story with our last story. I hope you are doing well wherever you are. And again, we are going to be at some of the local sports contests for the fall. We hope you can come out. If you do see us out there, make sure to stop by and say hello. OCTV right here can be viewed on Spectrum Charter Channel 191, Channel 99 on the AT&T Uverse system. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Amazon Fire Stick, or even the Roku app. If you have a show idea, maybe you'd like to volunteer with us, OCTV can be easily reached by calling our number at 248-628-9658. Very special thank you to my good friend, and more than that, a producer and director, Kyle Snage. News writer extraordinaire, she writes it, we read it. It's Allison Miller. Station manager Terry Stiles out for the day. For everyone here at OCTV, I'm Jim Hughes, hoping you have a safe week. I invite you back next time. And again, we both will take a look at Oxford News this week.